NHS backlash for trying to say there are benefits to first cousin marriages. Backlash so serious, they took the article down, bro. Backlash
first cousin marriages.
First cousin marriages, they're saying there are benefits to it. So what the NHS is saying that the benefits to first cousin marriages is that there are stronger extended family support systems, i.e. closer family networks that may offer emotional, practical, or caregiving support. Economic advantages are, for example, that the resources, property, and inheritance can be consolidated rather than diluted across households. And I'm thinking to myself, so are we going to act like the drawbacks are not some kind of mutations? You know, two similar genes which are being put together are going to create mutation, bro. Do you know what I mean? Without a doubt. Like you see it in some of these hillbillies, like you said earlier on the phone. You see it. Like it's people's kids.
I'm surprised the NHS are promoting something like this with the genetic implications and like obviously this is crazy. This is crazy stuff. This is irresponsible stuff. Yeah. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And obviously this is mostly directed at a certain community, you know, because
Pakistani community.
The Pakistani community, because I don't think obviously the white British community don't practice this.
They do, but it's not part of a culture or religion, if you know what I mean. So it happens because regardless, you're gonna find a bunch of, I won't say weird people because I don't disrespect.
There's exemptions everywhere. There's exemptions everywhere, but it's not like it's very, very rare.
Very
you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's very rare to find those people. Yeah. Whereas the thing you sent me earlier, in the Pakistani community, well, especially in Bradford, 90% of the Pakistani community in Bradford are doing this into family relationships.
Yeah. It's incest, bro.
Yeah.
It's incest.
And
it's incest, bro. It's straight incest. I don't know how you could look at your cousin and think, yeah, I think I can have a sexual relationship with her. I think that I can marry her and have children with her.
With you? Can I just keep it real? I'm not even like, no offense to anyone, yeah? But bro, this is like, see, you know, like you always see, like, I just call them these mad genetic mutations, bro. But I was watching one program where a man had a tree growing on him. A man had a tree.
Bro. Man had a tree. Bro, come on, man. Man had a tree growing on him. What do you mean a tree growing? Like, was it some kind of like mutation that made like a extra thing grow? Maybe it could be nail, like an extra nail.
But tree box, like.
If anyone in the comments has seen this, please.
He was barking up the wrong tree, bro. But listen, yeah.
If anyone in the comments has seen what Fred's talking about, please leave a comment saying you've seen it, because I don't know if I can believe
Channel
this.
5, you can Google it.
God,
I've seen these mad mutations, and it's always like from like Asia. Like when you see like these mad, and I always wondered why, but obviously as I got older, you get to realize why and stuff. Yeah, bro. I'm sure, like. Bro, all I'm saying is, who's gonna foot the bill for this? When all these like babies are coming out with mad...
Bro, check this out. So what I'm gonna show you is a family in Bradford. I don't know how you mentioned it, and coincidentally, I've got a clip here. And this family are cousins. Their mothers are sisters, right? First cousins, right? Okay. They've got 6 children. All six of the children have deformities. Right?
They've had 6 children.
Check this out.
अच्छा अभी अब्बू आते हैं ना अब्बू आते हैं ना फिर चलते हैं अच्छा चला क्या कह रहा है गाड़ी चलानी है गाड़ी लेके दे नहीं
Mohsen is losing his hearing. His speech is seriously impaired, and he understands little of what's happening around him.
आंटी आई है आंटी बोल दी है
Mohsen is obsessed with the idea of driving.
Bro, can you hear how that kid is just... It's just groaning. Why would you do that? Like, why?
It's inhumane.
Why would you give that child those odds?
Bro, I'm not gonna lie. This needs to... No, do you know what, I'm not gonna lie. Until I watched this clip, my feelings for this wasn't really strong because I don't really care. I'm very far removed from it. It's not in my community or nothing. But when you're seeing people suffering like this and... It was purposely done. you gotta think to yourself, like, what kind of people are these, bro?
Yeah.
These people they're cruel people, bro.
They're backwards, bro.
You've had 6 of them, and what were you saying? All 6 of them were like
Bro, watch, continue. I'm gonna continue. Sorry for interrupting, but I'm gonna let you get your answer.
Listen.
Mohsin's younger sister Hina is 13. She's the Akhtar's 4th child. Her sister Zainab is 11. Both sisters have inherited the same disease as Mohsin. They can neither see nor hear. All 3 children have an extremely rare genetic disorder called mucolipidosis type 4. Their bodies cannot get rid
They
of
can't
waste
see
products,
or hear,
bro, I
bro.
can't even watch this.
affecting
I can't even watch
brain
it. This is
function
very
Bro,
from
I
movement
want you
to
to see
movement.
this, bro. I want you to see this.
क्या लेना है तो ये खानी है ब्रेड खानी है ये खानी है
You asked who's footing the bill for this, bro. Right? We know who's fitting the bill for this, bro. We know who it is.
Bro, obviously is what, you know what I'm thinking? This gonna sound mad and dark and stuff, yeah? It's gonna sound a bit dark, but bro, what are these people getting extra money because they got
Of
disabled?
course they are, bro. Of course they are, bro. Of course they are.
I'm probably getting like, especially like obviously adapted properties and all these things, and
that
obviously
that is what the main
taxpayers
backlash
are
was.
putting it in them things there. And bro, this is such an abuse of the system. Do you know what? Yeah, bro, I'm not gonna lie. I'm gonna say something crazy, bro. Crazy. Do you know what? See on these marches, the people that are trying to claim Britain back here, most of them are dumb, ignorant people, but certain genuine people have points that when you watched that Nico march, you saw that brother, that he's not a racist or nothing. He just wants the country back, whatever, yeah. And bro, see when I see certain people and I see certain things like this, yeah, it makes me think, do you know what? I don't even blame these people. But this is crazy, bro. This is
Bro, part of the main backlash of the NHS's article, yeah, was people saying, why are we paying for these things? If these people know that in their culture that they want to marry their first cousins, but then in this country, they've been told by doctors that there are high possibilities that their children will have some kind of mutation that will affect their speech, their brain, their motor skills, all this kind of stuff. Yeah, why are they still having these children, bro? Do you know what I'm trying to say? Now, it's not all Asians that are doing it. There's some that don't do this.
The bill.
Exactly. Like I said, look, I was
This
saying
is
earlier,
why, yeah.
hold on, let me finish what I'm saying. Not all Asians are doing this. There's some that don't marry their first cousins. They disagree with this. You're right. Or should I say not all Pakistanis, sorry. They disagree with this, right? But then there's some who, me personally, I hate to say this, I may sound rude, but I'm gonna keep it funky. I think the ones who are doing this are backwards, bro. If I'm going to be honest with you, you know, especially I've seen some documentaries similar to what you said about the tree growing from someone in India, where some of these first cousins are having deformed children, but thinking that they're gods and having the town come around and worship them, thinking they're going to make money, they're going to get blessed and all this kind of stuff because they've got 4 arms or they've got some kind of like deformity that's given them like extra limbs and stuff. And these people are worshiping these children that have not been given good chances in life, bro. Do you know what I mean? But bro, check this out. You see my man here, yeah? Bro, watch this bit here.
Mirza is a journalist and has lived in Sheffield with his family for the last 30 years. He invited me to his local community centre to meet friends, some of whom are married to their first cousins. They said they've never experienced any health problems.
Is it a good patch?
Oh, yes.
As the stories.
In Sheffield, we've got about a population of about 25,000 Pakistanis living.
What's your view about cousin marriages?
For 800 years, we prefer to marry within our families. May not be the first cousin, maybe the second cousin or third cousin, but we marry. I am married for last 25 years successfully with my first cousin. And I've got 5 children. And thanks to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala that they're all fine and well.
I'm married to my first cousin. You know, I've seen many benefits of it. You're in the same circle of relatives as your partner, and they have a real understanding and often probably go that extra mile.
My wife is my mother's sister's daughter. Yeah, we are cousins, but you know what I mean? Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, thanking my children, all 3 are healthy.
So would you encourage your children to marry cousins?
If they want to.
So yeah, what's your intake on that clip there, bro? Like these men saying 800 years. it's in their culture to marry their first cousins. Next man said his parents, him and his wife's parents are sisters. You know,
I don't know. It's just some inbred mentality. I'm not gonna lie to you. If I have to be real, if I have to be real honest with you, 800 years. And even I watched one documentary on it, and people talking about the royal family used to do and all that stuff.
Oh yeah,
bro,
they did.
Yeah, but bro, like there's things that we used to. So what? Black people used to be slaves back in the day. Should they still be slaves?
True
like,
that.
What kind of mentality is that?
Yeah.
Just because you used to do it 800 years ago. Look, there's a thing called evolution. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, you know, anyway. I'm not even trying to insult any people. I'm just talking about those specific guys in the clip and stuff. Yeah. It's just there's so much health implications attached to this. It's ridiculous. You're literally, when you're marrying your first cousin and things, then you're breeding with them and stuff. Like, you're playing a genetic lottery, bro.
Yeah, bro.
Like in terms of like the guy saying, you know what? Yeah,
spot on.
Sorry,
spot on, bro.
Happened?
I'm clapping because what you said, genetic lottery, spot on, bro. That is the term.
Yeah, because bro, there's more chances of the child having something than not. You know what I'm saying? But you want to play like, oh yeah, I married my first cousin, it's fine and all them things. But we know it's not cool. It's not fine. Bro, there's billions of people on this planet. Why have you got to marry your cousin? And also, when I was watching documentary earlier on, the guy's like, oh, we do it because I think it's for like the bloodline, they feel safer, and it also creates a stronger bond in their community and things like that. Bro, when we want to create stronger bonds, we have barbecues. You know them ones there.
Real talk. Or you play board games. You play board games, or you make sure you write a will. Make sure you write a will. Yeah. You know what I mean?
So I don't know. I just think like I'm not like being ignorant to people's cultures and stuff. I understand it's people's cultures and all that. But like I said, like the guy said in the clip, because he enlightened us more than we knew and stuff. It's been going on for 800 years, bro. I think we need to move on now. And I think from what I read as well, if I'm not wrong, people correct me in the comments, Pakistan is actually trying to outlaw this right now.
That would be wise. That would be wise because it's unfortunate.
Everyone knows. Everyone with a common sense as well. That's another thing. When they're having these kids here, he's like, oh, there's nothing wrong with my kids and all that stuff. And he tested their IQ.
But you know what? To me, look, this here alone, bro. This here alone. If you see, like, bro, look at the chances they've given their son, bro. Like, when that mother passes, or that generation passes, who's gonna look after him? Who's gonna look after him?
The government.
Slim chances, bro. Slim chances because you want to marry your first cousin.
They're just getting bare peas and all that. But you know what? I'm not gonna go as far as saying, bro, they don't care about their kids. I don't care. Actually, I've said it. They don't care, bro. These are money. You know, like when you just there's something to make money from. Do you know what I'm saying?
Okay,
that's all it is. Because, bro, how can you keep?
Okay, it's a high possibility. It's a high possibility after they have the children, then they realize that the income they can get from it. But I doubt that was their intention when they got married. I think it's naturally in their culture to marry their first cousins, bro. It just so happens that, bro, listen, I knew a nurse, right? And I remember her telling me this in 2013, that there are certain tests the NHS have to do for first cousin marriages to warn them of the side effects of genetic recession and recessive genetics and all that kind of stuff, recessive genes and that, and some of them still go ahead and do it. But just the test they have to do strains the NHS's budget, right? Then on top of that, after the tests, when the children come out with deformities and mutations, that strains the NHS's budget as well. So which means a lot of them are fully aware of the fact that they've been told, listen, this child ain't got a chance. We've got slim chances, or it's 50-50, they still go ahead of it, bro. Right? Then I also know I had a colleague back in the days who lost 3 children to infant deaths, because of certain, defects and illnesses as well that come as a result of marrying mixing same genes and that, which cause mutations. And they tried a second time, they tried a third time. And it's like, at this point, at what stage do you not realize that, hold on,
Sorry, pause it 1 second. See, look at this guy talking on the screen. This guy without the hair, with the bald guy.
This guy
he
here?
looks deformed, bruv. He's a product of. I'm not, bro. Yeah, but look at him. Look at his headpiece. That looks like Mr. Potato Head. He looks deformed already, bro. Do you know what I'm saying? There's nothing good about this.
No. The one that kills me is this bit. Watch. Where there's what the artist, last guy. This guy here.
And they have a real
Not
understanding.
him. This one. Yeah. This one. Watch
They
this
go
one.
that extra mile.
My wife is my mother's sister's daughter. Yeah, we are cousins, but. You know what I mean?
But you know what I mean? But what?
Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala thanking my children.
But you know what I mean? But what? He didn't know what to say. He didn't know what to say. And you can see in his face. And what she asks him was that your children didn't watch this.
All three are healthy.
So would you encourage your children to marry cousins?
If they want to.
God damn. If they want to. You know what I'm saying? Bro, this is a deeply ingrained mentality, bro. Deeply ingrained mentality. Like, you can't tell these people nothing, bro. They look at their cousins and they're thinking, You can't tell them nothing, bro. To me, look, from the culture I come from, trying to fathom looking at my cousin and thinking, I can't wait to have children with you, you have to think of the method it takes to make children, bro. And to want to go through that with your cousin.
And just to be clear as well, I know for a fact, not all Pakistanis like this.
Yeah, of course not. We said that from the beginning of the conversation. Not all of them are like this.
Yeah, not all Pakistanis. There's different types of different Muslims and stuff. I know it is just a certain section. You know what I'm saying? But like, wherever section is, whether it's Pakistani, whether it's white people, whether it's black people, I'll always be on the same stance. You know what I'm saying?
Of course, bro.
It's wrong.
Of course, bro.
It's wrong.
Some of these practices happen in some parts of Africa, bro. We can't be ignorant to that. Do you understand? They happen in some parts of Africa, but it's not as to the extent as it is in Asia, bro.
Prevalent.
Do you understand what I'm saying? It's not, because if anyone can tell me one African couple they've seen here in the UK that are first cousins, then we'll be having a different conversation. But I can tell you several that are Pakistani. That's the reason why we're touching on this, bro. Do you know what I mean? I've worked with several.
And let's get back to the NHS backing this and encouraging it sort of thing. You know what I'm saying? Like, what are they doing? What's going on? That's what I'm saying. I don't know what's going on in the system, the government and stuff no more. I don't know what's happening.
Yeah.
I think, honestly, bro, I don't know, bro. Literally, the saddest thing about all of this, like I said about our conversation we was having the other day, these people look up to these people and they really take their advice and what they say because they're professionals and these guys,
Which
bro,
people you talking about?
They used to give out cigarette to pregnant women back in the days.
Yeah. Bro, they used to sell cigarettes in hospitals. My mum told back in the days, people used to come around with a tray and they'll sell cigarettes in hospitals like they do on the airplane when they come out with a tray full of food. Yeah, because back in those days it was told that it was healthy. Cigarettes were actually meant to be healthy. Doctors
used to give it to pregnant women.
9 in 10 doctors recommend chamomile. What's it? Camel.
These are the people who want to be taking advice from.
Yeah, but bro, look, in all honesty, I think NHS wrote this because they just didn't want to sound racist, bro. They didn't want to sound like they were being biased or being racist. That's why they wrote that, because I don't think even they believe that there's any benefits to this, bro. Like, I don't
think it's about being sounding racist or anything. It's just common sense, bro. It's common sense, bro. When you're mixing with your genetic pool so close,
but sometimes when you can't get people to see common sense, what do? You just shy from the conversation. I think that's what NHS did, because, bro, like I told you, I know a nurse in 2013 who told me a lot of the budgets are getting strained because of these first cousin marriages. Sometimes you even find like some people in England, and this is white people I'm talking about, some of them actually marry brothers and sisters, bro. You get those cases as well. Incest, that level of incest. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, you know, people having relations with their parents and stuff. You get these cases, bro. It happens. Do you know what I mean? I remember back in the days, there was an episode of The Bill where they were trying to arrest someone, and the whole time, it turns out that couple that were giving them information were brother and sister, but they were married, bro. Do you know what I mean? So this is something that happens. You know, it's not as common as, obviously, people who find it to be more of a religious practice and a cultural practice, but it happens, bro. And it's a strain on NHS. But this is the darkness that they don't talk about, bro. This is the side of the NHS they don't talk about.
I can't wait for that. Do you know what? I can't wait. It will be a matter of time. This has always been my opinion. It's not a fact. It's always been my opinion. But if you look at like the trend and the patterns of things over the years, all the public a lot of the public things have been privatized, like Royal Mail and
hospitals, NHS, some
yeah.
parts of the NHS.
No, the NHS not yet. It's about. It's gonna soon. It will be. It will be a matter of time.
But a lot of the
And
hospitals have been
people-
privatized though. Central Middlesex is private now.
Oh, is it?
Yeah, it's private. It's owned by a French company.
You know what I'm saying? But I'm talking about the whole NHS system.
Yeah. I get you.
I'm not talking about When that gets like privatized and all them things there, when people start having to like
Pay
pay for their treatments and all these things and all that, I think people
They'll
will
think
think twice.
Yeah.
The NHS system is abused different. People fly from all over the world to come and use the NHS and them things there.
Yeah.
Obviously, we live in this country. We know it's a credit. It's a great thing to have it.
Yeah.
All them things there, but I'll put my hands up. I'm not gonna lie to you, bro. I'm someone I never get ill. I've never been to the hospital for anything, but you know what I'm saying. So yeah, I'm not gonna lie. I can't wait for the day it's privatized because where I'm from, it is privatized. If you don't have no money, you don't. You know what I'm saying?
That's it. But you know what? Funny you're talking about that.
You gotta go to the Babalawo. You gotta go to the local herbalist and them things there.
Yeah, for real. Funny you were talking about because this lady here, they had an article on the Daily Mail and she said, first cousin marriage has cost me 3 of my siblings. It's disgusting that the NHS is condoning it. So you said earlier, not all Pakistanis feel this way. This is a Pakistani lady who has basically given her opinion on it. The backlash from what they wrote about the benefits of first cousin marriages was so severe, that they had to shut down the website, bro. They had to get rid of that article, bro.
The article.
Yeah, bro. They had to get rid of that article. Do you know what I mean? But yeah, man, bro, to me, my thing is the sad stories of children that have like literally born with deformities where they'll never be able-bodied people, bro. They'll never have a normal life.
They'll never be normal.
Yeah, they'll never have a normal life.
They were never given a chance to begin with because of what their parents, the practices that their parents indulge and engage in them things there. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So, bro, it's mad. It's a bit mad still. And you know what? Like the NHS endorsing this and stuff, and backing it and stuff, I went on Facebook and I've been I already know what the demographic of like Facebook's like. It's a lot. Anyway, well, I can't blame when certain people think, oh, this country's gone to the dogs, and maybe thinking, oh, like, because people are thinking, oh, maybe like they're thinking for you to endorse this, you must practice in this yourself. Because anyone with a normal thinking, functioning brain, you would think it's not even nothing about any cultures. It's just about these kind of the kind of lives that these kids are gonna have when they get here. You're not giving them a chance. Do you know what I'm saying? Like normal kids, even me, before my kid come, I was just praying to God that hope nothing's wrong with him, hope he don't have a bigger leg, you know what I'm saying, longer foot, or magnets or something. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, do you know what I'm saying? Like a tree going out. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But thank God it didn't happen in them things there. That's enough worries in itself. But then when you're doing it so close, bro,
when you're cutting it so thin,
you're playing Russian roulette, bro.
Yeah, every parent thinks that. I hope my child doesn't come, have this, have that,
bro.
And then you know it. The doctor, like I said, NHS they have to ask you, especially when it comes to people from. Look, bro, I'm telling you, the nurse told me this. When it comes to people from certain parts of Asia, those parts of Asia like Pakistan, those kind of areas, they actually have to ask them. It's an uncomfortable question. You have to ask them, are you guys first cousins? They have to ask them. And then when they say yes, they have to do tests to let them know what chances their child has of any deformities when they're born. So which means these people are fully aware. They're fully aware and they still go ahead with the chances, bro. Do you know what I mean? Like, it's deep, bro. It's deep. But listen, we could go on forever. But as usual, you know how it is, man. Let us know what you think, guys. Let us know what you think. It's a very touchy subject. I'm sure certain people won't like some of the stuff that we said, but at the end of the day, we're speaking the truth. Do you know what I mean?
No offense to anyone.
No offense to anyone whatsoever. Do you know what I mean? So
you got to understand when we speak on this topic, we're coming from where we're coming from and our life experiences and things there. Do you know what I'm saying?
Alien. So, it's mad alien to us. Mad alien to us. Do you know what I mean?
It's alien to most people.
Yeah. Do you know what I mean? You know,
For
and like
most
we said
people.
before, this is not all Pakistanis, because I know a lot who say, nope, no way, I wouldn't do that. Do you know what I mean? But obviously it is a culture that is practiced in these areas, and
Most people call it incest.
it is incest, bro. It is incest. It is exactly what it is, incest. From my culture, that's considered incest, bro. Do you understand? You know? But anyway, listen, like, comment, share, subscribe, press the notification button so you're up to date with everything that we post, and keep it real in the comments, man. Keep it real in the comments. And as usual, peace, beloved. Peace,
Peace, beloved.